Hello, today we're going to be talking about the musical The Last 5 Years by Jason Robert Brown. Jason Robert Brown is a composer and lyricist of the musical The Last 5 Years, which was cited as one of Time magazine's 10 Best of 2001 and won Drama Desk Awards for Best Music and Best Lyrics. The first musical Jason Robert Brown wrote was Songs for a New World. He has been hailed as one of Broadway's smartest and most sophisticated songwriters since Stephen Sondheim and his extraordinary jubilant theater music. The question is, why and when was this play written? The play The Last 5 Years is inspired by Jason Robert Brown's own failed marriage. He was originally married to Teresa O'Neill, hence the play's tragic divorce. She was not happy with how relatable this musical was to their own life, yet the musical skyrocketed in the Broadway realm. The Last 5 Years premiered off-Broadway in 2002 following a pre-New York tryout in Chicago. The two-hander was originated in New York by Sherry Renee Scott and Norbert Leo Butz. The original production only ran for 2 months in the Manita Lane Theater. Another fact to keep in mind is a song within the musical known as Shiksa Goddess came to life in 2001 due to a song previously being too close to their own relationship. Long story short, the musical was inspired by Jason's own life and still holds to this day in popularity. The love story in The Last 5 Years musical takes place over a 5-year period. Both meet in New York City, but we don't explicitly know how they meet. But we do know as the audience that both fall hard for one another. Jamie, one of the main characters' career takes off immediately within the play. He is exposed with success from his new best-selling book and his career skyrockets. On the other hand, Kathy is a struggling actress through and through. She's mad struggling as her partner is gaining traction, while she is struggling on the acting train. The relationship becomes strained. Jamie gives in to sexual temptation resulting from his fame and has an affair, and Kathy is grasping for air at this point. She seems to, throughout the play, rely heavily on Jamie to solve her struggles, but a man will not fix that. The main conflict within The Last 5 Years is Jamie's career and Kathy's lack of career. Both are in two totally different places career-wise, and this results in marital strain. The only sweet moment where the two characters physically interact is in the middle of the play, in a song named The Next 10 Minutes. Most of the play consists of solos. Yet the audience is to imagine the characters are talking to the other partner or person in the play. The play ends with Kathy hopeful with a new relationship and Jamie sad that it's over, but he knew it was time to let go of her. It's kind of messed up, but an interesting ending. Let's talk about the two main characters and two only characters in The Last 5 Years. Jamie is a boomingly successful writer at the early age of 23. Jamie's done the work. Now it's paying off. Success hits like a freight train, but in a good way. Jamie is consistently passionate in all that he does, and also in the people he loves, and he's very ambitious with his career. This ambitiousness, though, does end up getting to his head. Kathy is immediately and constantly struggling with her career. Acting is truly a tricky business. We don't know if she makes her big breakthrough by the end of the play, but hopefully she does get a good role at some point. Kathy longs to be seen, which, honestly, same. She isn't super secure in who she is and her purpose, and leans heavily on Jamie for this, which, honestly, big mistake. The Last 5 Years is a focused two-character show with a small band, a piano, a cello, a violin, guitar, allowing for an intense focus on emotional detail. The story is told entirely through song, utilizing a pop theater score that blends musical theater with contemporary songwriting styles. The musical is a bittersweet examination of love, loss, and the anti-love story of a failed marriage. With this musical, two sides of a relationship are shown. Sometimes we get only one side of a story when it comes to relationship crumbling, yet this musical gives perspective to both. The inevitability of growth and loss are shown too. The show suggests that relationships are not defined merely as successes or failures. Rather, they are experiences that, regardless of how they end, they provide lessons in growth and self-discovery. The core conflict highlights how difficult it is to maintain a partnership when one person's career is skyrocketing while the other is stalling. The show serves as an anatomy of a failing marriage, exploring how a lack of communication and diverging paths can destroy a relationship, regardless of the love involved. 3 examples of the musical styles within the play is pop, jazz, and folk. The musical styles distinguish the 2 characters. Jamie's songs often feel optimistic and fast-paced. For example, Moving Too Fast, which is one of the songs in the play, while Kathy's songs often lead toward melancholic or nostalgic. The musical heavily uses leitmotifs to link scenes. A melody from Kathy's opening song, Still Hurting, appears in Jamie's Moving Too Fast, highlighting their musical mismatched realities. The musical does not speak through dance or choreography, but through the songs in itself. The ups and downs of the songs by both characters speak in itself. The sets shift throughout the story of their love, but the characters shift primarily through the lyrics. Thank you so much for listening and looking through the slides. Here are 2 to 3 reference pages that I have listed below. I had really a lot of fun looking through these references, as well as just learning more and more about this musical. I really just loved the plot story in itself, and I just appreciate your time for just looking through my presentation. Thank you.